This video is brought to you by Bitbox NES game cases. There is no better way to protect, store, and show off your NES game collection. Only available at StoneAgeGamer.com/Bitbox. Skip it up and that up. So the Xbox One resolution gate continues, and this time Thief is the topic. Thief is coming out actually the 25th in the States for the PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PS3. And on the Xbox One, again, it's only going to be 900p, and on the PS4, it's going to be full 1080p, full HD resolution. Now, Eidos Montreal's lead game director, Nicolas Cantois, that's how he says his name, or it's Nicolas Canton or Cantine, however you want to say it, he defended this. This is what he had to say about the Xbox One version having a lower resolution. You really need good eyes to see the difference. The Xbox One version is as good as the PS4 version. The immersion is more. We put more detail in, more special effects, but at the same time, we kept the same gameplay experience with the current gen and the next gen versions. And the consoles are new. I think it's still a new topic. It's maybe a little bit bigger than it should be, but at some point, we'll be able to talk just about Thief once everybody has their hands on the game. There's more details in the article below. If you want to actually see everything that Nick Canton said, go right ahead, you can read the article, but that's not what I really want to get into this video. Now look, I've brought up both, I have concerns, like I've said in a billion other videos before, about the capabilities of the hardware of both the PS4 and Xbox One, and it's not about how many pixels are on the screen just for the sake of resolutions. I know I'm going to get all the cliche sayings, I don't play pixels, I play games, and who cares about resolutions if the game is fun? That's not the point. I've talked about why I think in the future the hardware limitations of both of these next-gen systems could be an issue. But the thing that's funny about these developers, what they don't get, is the reason why this is a big deal is not because, like, okay, if you play Thief, you know, you finish the whole game on the Xbox One, it's not like you're going to think to yourself, oh gee, I just wish I would play it. I have to play it through again on the PS4 just to get that extra resolution. I want to see more pixels on the screen. It's obviously going to be the same damn experience, and it's not like, yeah, obvious, you know, if you own a PS4, if you have the option between the PS4 and Xbox One version, get the PS4 version, it'll be a tad bit crisper. But what people are concerned about, especially the people who only bought one of the two consoles, and that one console being the Xbox One, is that they're like, wait a second, I spent more money to get a system where the multiplats perform crappier. That's what the issue is. Even if it was like, okay, say a game like Battlefield 5 comes out and it runs at 1080p on the PS4 and 1079p on the Xbox One, are you going to see the difference with that one line of resolution? No, you're not. But people are still going to be like, what the fuck? I spent $100 more in this system and it can't perform as well as the system that's $100 cheaper. That's why it's a big deal, even though the game will look pretty close to the PS4 version, even though it's going to be the same experience and there's nothing missing in terms of features in the Xbox One version of Thief. People who invested in the Xbox One are like, they're pissed. They're pissed. You know, it's kind of like, think about if you went out and bought a car, okay, and you spent more, and there were two Mercedes in the lot, okay, and you spent an extra $100 on the same model Mercedes because it has more features in it, and you're thinking, okay, I got extra features and you know, I got the sunroof and the package and all that, but when you go off the lot, yeah, you got these extra bells and whistles, but here you're thinking it's going to perform at least as good as the same model car that didn't have the sunroof and the leather seats, but the other model Mercedes, which is the same car just without the extra features, is smoking you. And you spent more money to get less performance, you would be just as pissed. Maybe that's a bad analogy, but it kind of makes sense. That's why people are making it's not that the resolution in and of itself is a big deal. When you spend more money, and $500 is expensive. They're almost in the PS3 territory, okay? They actually had, if I'm correct, they had the 20 gigabyte PS3 model, which was $500. And Microsoft went into that super expensive console pricing territory, and they're getting games that the multiplats are running crappier. Now, a lot of people are going to bring up something with the PlayStation 3, and it's true, especially when the PlayStation 3 first came out, multiplats did run crappier, especially for the first few years on the PS3. But the thing with the PS3, though, is that the first-party games, you actually saw some pretty big, like Killzone 2 when that came out. That was mind-blowing. At least I haven't seen anything as good-looking as Killzone 2 and 3 on the Xbox 360. So the hardware capabilities were there. This time around, the Xbox One can't say, oh, it's super tough to program for a console. A lot of developers are saying, even if they figure out the ESRAM, they're not going to be able to get the games to run at 1080p because of the slow DDR3 memory and the fact that they cut back on the GPU compared to the PS4's graphics processor. All these things add up, man. And what people are concerned about is they spent more money to get a crappier experience and to have a friggin' camera? An over-glorified webcam? Oh, silly Microsoft. Was it worth it in the end? Alright guys, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and leave your hate below because you think I blindly hate on Microsoft, even though I don't. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.